Hi, my name is Adolfo and this is my garage gym. Hopefully you guys like it. And a little bit about my garage gym. I started in 2015. I know some of you probably started at the beginning of the pandemic in 2020, maybe mid or whenever this video is seen, you're trying to get ideas. As for me, like I said, I started in 2015, but you could call mine a pandemic gym as well. And the reason for that is because in March 2020, I decided to sell most of my garage gym big equipment. And the reason for that is because when I started my gym, the garage gym was intended for my wife to use, and when I retired from the military, because I was stationed somewhere else, to come over here and use it. The problem was that I bought on impulse. I bought deals that I felt that I was going to use from Craigslist, and when I started working out, it didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like a gym. It didn't feel like the equipment that I used in the gym. And an example is I bought a Bowflex Extreme 2, the ones with the rods, leg extension, lat pull down, cable flies, cable curls, and so on. But the rods didn't make it feel like it's cable equipment. I also bought a GHD. I followed everybody or most of the people that had them online. And it's basically like keeping up with the Jones in real life in housing, or when you see a car, your neighbor have a car, you go get it. And that's the way it felt at that time. Well, afterwards, after I bought it. I do have back problems, so I thought I was gonna be able to use it. Eventually, I used it mostly for pre-shirt curls. So that one didn't work out as well. Another thing, I forgot how the phrase goes, buy once, cry later, whatever they say, but I bought a power rack. Well, there's a difference between a power rack and a power rack. And what I mean with that, I bought a power rack in Amazon. It was stable. But the holes on it, I couldn't find no attachments to it. This rack right here with 1-inch holes gives you a power rack. What I mean with a power rack, I mean you go add attachments to now you only just do bench press, squatting, pull-ups, the common things that you do in a power rack. You basically add more, I don't want to say just creativity, but you add exercises to it. Attachments that make you do other exercises instead of just the same routine over and over and over. And that's another thing. Another thing that difference between before and now, even though my garage gym is still doesn't seem like a gym. Before I used to have a workshop table over there. 2016, 17, all the way to 2019. And I started working out. Next thing you know, I'm doing a project. I'm no longer working out. So I decided to take all those things out, sell those stuff, sold my old stuff that actually helped me partially, well, mostly to get the gym that I have now. As for this video, I think today is December 29, 2020, just in case people may wonder when the date of the video was done. And the last 3 things that I want to say is, 1, the beginning of the video is going to start dark. It's not because it's bad quality or whatever, there's a reason for it. Maybe later on, the quality you may think is not good, but hopefully you don't think the whole video is bad quality. Just letting you know that at the beginning is a little bit dark. 2, you're gonna hear me say a lot, this cost me this cost me that, and so on. And the reason I kept on saying this cost me this is because I want everybody to know the actual value of a gym. I know some people say, oh, this is a power rack, cost me X amount of money, but they don't include the things that they had to buy to keep on attaching things or the attachments. So you're gonna hear a bunch of this cost me this. And 3, hopefully you guys like the video. Hopefully you guys get some ideas for your gym and enjoy the video. Thank you, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. This is my garage gym. I have it separated into 9 parts. The reason I have it separated into 9 parts is so I can know where things are at and to know the total cost by location or by part of my gym. The first part is the ceiling and the flooring. The second part is the left wall. The third part is the left shelf. The fourth part is the center shelf. The fifth part is the right shelf. The sixth part is the right wall. As for major equipment, the seventh part is the left side of the power rack. The eighth part is the power rack and anything within the power rack. And ninth is the right side of the power rack. When it comes to flooring, I used to have the Amazon foam ones, the 2x2. They look like a little puzzle. The reason I switched to stall mats is because I started thinking of when I used to go to my dad's house. My dad works a lot in his garage. And after 27 years, I could see that the foundation wasn't that great. That made me get the stall mats and think about my foundation, not for now, and not 3 years from now, not 5 years, but as long as I have the house. As for my stall mats, I bought them from Tractor Supply. They are the 4x6, and the total cost is $887 with 45 cents for 16 of them. When it comes to lighting, I bought me a LED light from Amazon. I did not include that in the total cost because eventually you need a lighting in your garage, or in this case, my garage gym. Once I bought the LED light, I realized that the lighting wasn't that great, so I went to Home Depot and I bought me one of those long lights for $39.64. Even with both lights, the lighting wasn't that bright as I wanted it to, so I went to go buy me a 4-pack from Amazon. The 4-pack cost me $64 with 39 cents. As you can see, the lighting differential between one light, 2 lights, and all 6 lights combined is a total difference. On the left side, or what I consider the second part, I have the Rhino ramps. I bought these from Tractor Supply. The capacity is 12,000 pounds, and for 2 sets it cost me $86.58. What I like about these is they have the incline decline, so I could use them for hack squats or squats, and they have a flat area that I could use for bout squats or anything that requires the bar to be lower than my feet. On the right side of it, I have the Titan Fitness landmine stand. That one cost me $120 with 93 cents. I mostly use it for exercises that are above the waist. Right above it, I have a Dell laptop. The Dell laptop is connected to the TV. The TV cost me $200. The laptop is not included in the total cost, even though I use it on my Google Sheets for my workouts. Right above the laptop, I have an AM/FM radio that I bought from Amazon. The radio cost me $18.75. Right next to it, there's a Bluetooth wireless speaker that I bought from Burlington. That one cost me $17.79. Now that we're in the back side, and we're going to start with the left shelves. But first, I want to talk about why is my equipment all the way against the shelves and not having my shelves against the other walls. If you look at the bottom, there's a lip that prevents me to put all my big equipment all the way to that wall. Now when it comes to the shelves, I purchased these at Home Depot. Their name brand is Husky. I bought 2 of them. The left side and the center is one shelf combined, and the right side is one shelf combined by itself. When we talk about the items in the left shelf, most of them I don't know the actual price because these were purchased in 2015 or 2016. I'm not going to overvalue the price, but I'm going to give you an estimate or lowball me at the cost of the item. The first thing is my wife's sit-up trainer assistant. She likes to do a lot of abdominal workouts, so that's one of the things that stayed behind. That one cost me $15. Hanging with it is weightlifting belts. Those cost me $30 for 2 of them. And one thing that I do know how much it cost me is the Spud ink. That one cost me $75.76. One thing about the weightlifting belts, I don't use them a lot no more because I have back problems, but I do use the Spud ink on belt squats. Right next to it, there's 4 medicine balls. I put these at $10 each. There's a Reebok, 2 Titan Fitness, and 1 Sprint Fitness. As for the medicine balls, we used to use them on our incline bench, but I sold my incline bench, and now that I have a new one, we haven't utilized the medicine balls yet. Right next to it, there's an ab roller that cost me 10 and a push-up assistant that cost me 10. Those two we don't use. The good thing about having a creativity and having a lot of equipment is that you don't have to use an equipment and it won't bother you, but you still have it just in case you feel like using it once again. Right next to it, there's the Omni balls. I want to talk about these. These cost me $79.99. I bought these when they were new and they were popular. And the thing that I want to talk about these is that if you don't have an item that is right there in front of you, you're not going to use. I had these Omni balls probably 2, 3, 4 years ago, and I never used them because our floor was those puzzle foam from Amazon that I didn't use them back then. And when I put the stall mats, I still don't use them because the Omni balls were stashed away. And that's one thing that I recommend everybody. Try to put everything in front. If you put it in the back, you're just going to ignore it and you're never going to use it. If you look at the right post on the left shelf, you're going to see a leaf blower. The leaf blower name brand is Homelight. One of the things that I took into consideration when I bought the leaf blower is, what do I want? Do I want gas, battery, or electric? As for the price of the leaf blower, they cost me $99.99 and I bought it at Home Depot. Right below the shelf on the floor, I have a dumbbell rack. I have 2, one on the left side shelf and one on the center shelf. Each one cost me $105. I bought these from Titan Fitness. If you look at the top, there's a blue basket and it says garage screen. I bought the garage screen on Amazon. That one cost me $75.99. The garage screen, I use it during the summer to catch a breeze and to prevent the flies, mosquitoes, or big dust to come in the garage. Right below it, you see some barbell collars. The metal ones I got for free on certain bars, and the plastic ones I purchased them on Amazon. Some of them cost $13.99 and some $7.99. I got a total of 10 for a total of $79.99. Some of them are not visible because they're on the plate holders. They're holding the weights because when I do dips, because sometimes the power rack shakes, and for precaution, I put barbell collars in all my plate holders. Now, if you look at the barbell collars, they have magnets, and on the garage door for the garage screen, I also have magnets because I have HOA and I'm not allowed to have the garage screen outside. So when I open the garage, I put the magnets so it could hold it. In addition, I have some in my functional trainer, and that's why I'm putting the magnets part of my garage. And the magnets come in a pack of 8, and I got 7 packs for a total of $118 with 93 cents. Now for the shelf, I have an abdominal mat. Once again, my wife likes to do abdominal workouts. This one, it's an old one, and I really don't know the price, so I put it at $15.99. Next to it, I have the fat grips. I actually saw Jay Cutler, and that's what kind of motivated me because he had them right there on display, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy them. I also have some bands. I have 4 types, but one of them I'm not gonna put on a total cost because most of them already ripped. Most of them rip when I use them on leg extensions. As for the bands, I have the Infidel bands. Those cost $65. I have band legs. Those cost $50.99. And I got the Amazon hip thrust. Those cost $28.58. Now for the right shelf, or part 5, the 2 middle rows. Once again, some of these things have been here since 2015 or 2016. I don't really know the price, so it's going to be an estimate. Starting with the ammo boxes. The ammo boxes, they have the weight plates of the gold gym vest. The gold gym vest cost me $15. On the left side of it, there's some weight ankles. Those cost me $10. And for the rope shackles, there's a total of 11. There's 5 here visible, and most of them are attached to the power rack. All 11 combined cost me $523 with 16 cents. Right next to it, that's like my wife's little area of so many little areas around the gym. She has a trainer roller, that one cost me $10. A yoga mat, I'm not going to include it on the total price cost. A massage stick roller as well, I'm not going to include it. And a hip thrust pad, that one I got it from Amazon, $20. I put it as a 20 because I bought multiple items and I split the price within all the items. Just in case people are wondering why is there hip thrust items, pink, purple, and so on. My wife works out with me and her favorite color is purple, and that's the reason I have a lot of abdominal and leg workouts in my gym, but I also work out on my legs as well. Now for the second row or bottom row, I have some sandbags. I bought those in Hawaii. There's 2 of them for a total cost of $20 for both of them. Then the kettlebells for her set, I've got 2 sets. I bought those in Hawaii as well. I put them as a combined at $70. And on the back side, there's some waistbands that my wife used to use. I just put them as $5. She don't use those no more. She uses different ones, but she still has them there. And I have workout gloves. As for the weight gloves, I technically don't use them no more, only in the winter time because the metal gets cold. Even though my walls are insulated and my garage door is insulated as well, when it's like 40 degrees outside, it's 60 inside, which is still warm. But when it's like around 20 outside and 40 inside, that's when I have to use them because once again, the metal is cold. Right in front of the working gloves and on the right side, there's some mixed martial art gloves. The non-name brand ones, they cost me $15 on Amazon. As for the UFC gloves, I forgot where I bought them at. I got them for $20. And the Everlast punching gloves, those came for free with the punching bag. Now for the right wall, or the 6th part, this is where I have my landmine attachments and my lat pull down and pullbacks. The first one is the Titan multi-grip lat pull down attachment. That one cost me $100. I don't use it that much because I prefer to use the other attachments. The top 5, I bought them from China in an app called Alibaba. They cost me $210. If you look at online, Walmart has them for less, but I'm happy with the ones that I purchased. They look nice and they seem like that they could handle the weight that I'm at right now. Right below the 5, you see a Monster Grip triangle from Rogue. That one cost me $71.23. And with the landmine ones, starting with the parallel handle for landmine, that one cost me $53.69. That's a Titan one. And also right next to it is a hammer sleeve landmine attachment. That's also from Titan. And right below it is a landmine roll. I got that one from Amazon. That's the oldest out of all of them. That one, I'm going to say it cost me $20. As for the chrome one, that one came with the lat pull down. Right below it on the ground, that one is a Rogue Monster utility seat. I use that one for vertical leg presses. That cost me $294.99. As for the ones on the wall, the ones that I use the least is the Titan multi-grip lat pull down and the landmine roll that has been here for the longest. The ones that I use the most are the lat pull down, the 5 on top, and the one on the bottom with Rogue. As for the landmine, I use the Titan hammer sleeve for multiple exercises. When it comes to the bars, I have a body solid bar holder that holds 5 of them. That cost me $75. The first one is a Swiss bar. I'm going to say that one cost me $30. I bought it from Amazon. I have a beat up bar. That one cost me $90, including with the pad. An easy bar for $30 and a skull crusher for $30. Those are estimates, and all 4 of those I got them from Amazon. And the final one, I have a Rogue Barnyard. That one cost me $260. As for the last 3 parts, which I consider the major equipment, and they are the left side of the power rack and anything within the power rack, and the right side of the power rack. But before I get started, I forgot to mention 2 things. The first one is the leaf blower and why I included it on the total cost. The reason I included it on the total cost is because I use the leaf blower to clean the floor. The second thing is, why is my dumbbell rack empty? And the reason is because my dumbbells haven't arrived. I ordered them from China in the app Alibaba. I did not include them in the total cost since they are still not here. As a matter of fact, I got like 5 items that haven't arrived. Now for the left side of the power rack, I have a leg extension slash curl extension that is from Titan Fitness, and it cost me $500. As for the leg extension, I've seen some good deals on Facebook Market here in Texas. I've seen some in Dallas, one in Houston, and I believe one in Austin, and those cost $400 and something, and they are weight stack. For me, I prefer weight stack because I can move the pen instead of taking a plate and putting another one. As for the plates, I have 3 types of plate, and I'm going to talk about one right now. This is another order that I ordered from Alibaba. I got 25 pairs. I kept 3 pairs and sold 22 pairs. I got them for $1.18 a pound for a total of $318 with 60 cents for the 3 pairs that I kept. When it comes to the leg extension, I do use it a lot. Now that my wife has criticized me about my legs ever since I left Hawaii, because in Hawaii I used to ride a bicycle. Now for the equipment on the right, that is the Rogue Echo Bike. That one cost me $890. I do have the wind guard and the phone holder with it. And I'll be honest, I rarely use the Echo Bike until I decided to do the 50 cal challenge. And the reason it motivates me is because I see a number and I want to improve my number to get to that number. Now for the 8th part, or the power rack and everything within. The first thing is on the top frame. Those are some roll pads from Freight Fitness. I use them for sissy squats or back extension. The total cost for 4 of them is $220. I also have some bumper plates. They're crump plates. They are also from Freight Fitness. For 2 sets, they cost me $900. The second plates that I have in there, I have the Tijuana plates. I bought 2 sets. The first set cost me $489. The second one cost me $449. The reason I believe that the cost is different is because the conversion within the US and Mexico, the inflation and deflation of the dollar makes it cost more or less depending when you buy them. The reason about the Tijuana 7-shooters instead of the Rogue, or I believe the Ivanko ones, I'm not sure who makes the 7-shooters. I know Rogue makes the 6-shooters. It's because I used to live in Tijuana and I wanted to buy something, not because I know that the value is going to stay the same, but something that makes me remember a place that I used to be in. Now moving forward, I have some calibrated or fractional plates. I have some Rogue calibrated for $113 with 44 cents. I also bought additional ones for $40 with 60 cents, and I bought the Elinco fractional plates for $35. The reason I got both of them, one is kg and the other one is pounds. Right at the bottom of that frame, you see the Rogue landmine. That one cost me $150. In addition, I have a beat up bar right there. That one, the reason it's not stored is because the body solid only has capacity for 5 bars, and this is the 6th bar that I have. The price is $70. Now moving to the center post or frame, the first thing that you see are the J-hook rollers from Titan. Those cost me $140. There's also a thermometer right there. There's actually 2 of them. For both of them, they cost me $18. The second one will be in the fractional trainer. Right below it, you see the Matador from Rogue. That one cost me $150. And on the bottom, you see the 50 cals from Rogue. Those are the short arms. Those cost me $1,105 with 85 cents. And on the 50 cal arms from Rogue, I have some weight plate holders from Titan. Those cost me $107 with 98 cents for 4 or 2 pairs. Right above, I have an attachment for hanging abs. That one cost me $20. And holding to it is a Rogue Fat Skinny Bar. That one cost me $148 with 23 cents. The Olympic rings, I got 2 sets. I put those for $30. right in front of it you see a chain. That one I bought it from Home Depot. I use it for vertical leg press on the 50 cal Rogue arms. Now on the front post or frame, I have the Rogue spotter arms. Those cost me $326 with 1 cent. Right below it, there's a 50 cal lever arms. Those cost me $1,123 with 20 cents. Those are the long arms. Attached to the lever arms, you see some carabiners. I have 4 of them. They cost me $27.65. And just right outside of the power rack, you see the Titan bench. This is the incline bench. That one cost me $669. And on the center, I have the reverse hyper from Titan. And the reason for the Titan in the middle of the rack is because I don't have a lot of room. And the reason I went with Titan instead of the Rogue attachment is because if you buy the attachment for the power rack, when you try to sell it, you're only limited to the people that have a monster power rack. So I decided to go with Titan also instead of the other Rogue hyper extension, because this is the only one that fitted inside the power rack. Now for the power rack, I know a lot of people seen them on the website for $2,000, but the actual price is $2,436 with 53 cents. And the reason is shipping and taxes. And when you go to the website, you're basically buying a power rack without the name, or if you're trying to get bright scene bolts, it costs more. If you're trying to get the nameplate, it costs more. So eventually it's gonna add up. Also, this is the RM6 from Rogue Fitness. This is the 6-post or 6-frame power rack that they have. Now for the last part, or the 9th part, or the right side of the power rack for equipment, the first thing is the lat pull down from Titan Fitness. This one cost me $1,200, and to be honest, I waited for this specific lat pull down, and the reason is for the price and a 300 weight stack. I also added 2 weight stack pins, and the reason for that is when I'm trying to use the Titan multi-grip lat pull down, which is heavier, and you're trying to move the pin from weight to weight, the bar is going to move up. But that is not the problem with the Titan lat pull down. All the lat pull downs do that when you're trying to add extra heavy bars and you're trying to move the pin. As for the item on the right, that's the oldest equipment that I have in the garage. The rest got sold. I consider it a big equipment because it takes space, and this is the Everlast punching bag. I really don't know how much it cost me, so I'm projecting at $150 for the punching bag. On the other corner by the garage door, this is my functional trainer. This is also from Titan Fitness. This one cost me $2,000. Now the thing that I want to say about Titan Fitness, I know they get a lot of bad rep on their shipping, but their shipping has improved. For me, there was only one package that wasn't that great and one missing part, but they replaced it. When it comes to the big items, they come in freight. So you don't have to worry about damaging because it comes in a big freight, all wooden and all protected. As for the functional trainer, it does come with attachments, but I did have old attachments and I bought new attachments to add more exercises or more attachments that I want to use later on. The first one is the ankle straps. They cost me $24.99 for 2 of them. I also went to Home Depot and bought me some husky straps. Those are just for leg curls. Those cost me $2. I also have the Rogue tricep push down attachment. That one cost me $79.99. And the final one, it actually cost me more, but I threw all the bands away and I only kept the bar, and that's the X bar. And the last thing in my garage is the stand. The stand is actually a Mark 45 gun shell from a destroyer. I used to be in the Navy and I retired from the Navy, and this is one of the only things that I kept, that I cherish, and now it's used as a stand for exercises for my wife to get ideas when she wants to do exercises and she can't think of one that she wants to do. As for my garage gym, I know this video probably seemed long and a lot of pricing and cost and a lot of numbers, but if I didn't give you the numbers and the actual cost, or try to ignore things because I feel embarrassed of just keep on giving you numbers, then I'm not giving you the actual cost of my gym. I'm lying to you how much things cost. And for me, I know a lot of people probably think this is a lot and for some it's not a lot, it's cheap. But when it comes to me, I like it because it saves me time. It's for my house, and it doesn't just become a hobby, but a routine in my life to come to the garage and exercise. As for my budget, when it comes to the gym, I reward myself each time I go to the gym. If I go there 5 times a week, I reward myself by buying things. And that's my joy when it comes to my garage gym. Hopefully you guys like it. And finally, thank you for watching the video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it.